Bang bang, it is all over for the Motor City Machine Guns as their time in TNA appears to have come to an end. Welcome back guys to Fog Wrestling and to TNA Originals. Not quite sure if they're originals, but these guys were around at the very beginning, if not the actual beginning. I mean, not far from it. I remember Sabin in TNA in 2002. Alex Shelley, I think, might have came around maybe a year or two later, or maybe he was around the same time as Sabin, and he just wasn't in a prominent role. Not that Sabin was in a prominent role either, but I do remember him competing in the X Division a little bit earlier than I do Alex Shelley, but it doesn't really matter when they arrived or who arrived first, because it looks like they are both leaving together, as it appears that the Motor City Machine Guns have finished up with the company. Now, Mike Johnson of PWInsider.com did say that their contracts were set to expire at the end of the month, and then Johnson noted the following. He says, quote, "Shelley and Sabin have long been TNA cornerstones, but as of the 1st of April, they will be free agents. There are those within TNA painting this as the team is done for now, but obviously whether they return or not will be dependent on whether they sign elsewhere and or whether they wish to work for TNA down the line," end of quote. I mean, well, no shit there. Obviously, they won't be coming back unless they want to work for TNA again. But I think it's more a case of, could they potentially have a different employer in sight? I think at the age Shelley and Sabin are at now, I do not see any value in them going to WWE. I just don't see it. They were a good tag team in TNA. They were never the top tag team for me, but they were always decent to have around. Good matches, especially with, I believe, Beer Money. They had a good feud with Beer Money. Pretty sure they had good matches with Hardys, the Dudleys. I know Sabin was a world champ. The less said about it, the better. Him kicking out of the Dudley drop, not the 3D, sorry, the Dudley drop, what the fuck, I've been dropped on my head. The death drop, the Dudley 3D death drop. Jesus Christ, why can't I say the name of it? The 3D, for God's sake, man, it's 2 letters. It's not even 2 letters, it's one number, 1 letter. Get it fucking right, you mongoloid. Anyway, I'm back, I've got it right. Yeah, Sabin became the first guy to kick out of the 3D in professional wrestling. That just didn't sit right with me. It really didn't. But anyway, him and Shelley are apparently gone now. Johnson also noted that there was an emotional send-off for the team backstage at the television tapings on Saturday night in catering, and yeah, they had like a little bit of a party, I guess, so we'll see what happens. Shelley and Sabin gone from TNA. It's a weird time for TNA. They've rebranded. You'd feel like they need to be trying to push forward here, but then we hear reports that Anthem are trying to save as much money as possible. They're not really interested in bringing in more wrestlers or, you know, higher value wrestlers. In fact, they actually want to cut the budget. And instead of actually trying to push and make TNA better, you've got Anthem who are just trying to be like, no, what we actually want to do is we want to spend even less money, but try and keep the same sort of rating and same sort of setup and schedule that we've got right now. So yeah, Anthem clearly seem to have no ambition. Shelley and Sabin going. I mean, I'm not a big fan of them these days, but I still think they are 2 of the bigger stars. And I say stars, they're not stars, but you know, they're 2 of the more well-known wrestlers that TNA have. So if you look at the TNA roster, these guys would probably be in the top 10. So yeah, it's not good for TNA to lose these guys, but it is what it is. Will they show up maybe in AEW? I think that's a possibility. It's the last thing AEW needs. I know a tag team, but who knows? We might get the Guns versus the Bucks. I'm surprised we haven't seen it already, to be honest. And yeah, if I had to say there's going to be a destination for the Guns, I think they could be firing their way to the direction of All Elite Wrestling. Anyway, guys, that's it for Fog Wrestling. The Guns are not joining us. I can guarantee that right now. We are not signing the Guns. Fog Wrestling are not signing the Guns. Shelley and Sabin are not all Fog Wrestling. They're not. Anyway, catch you guys in the next one. We ain't signing anybody, but I tell you what, if you are interested, maybe in being in the channel one day, maybe being in some feds, maybe being in some reviews, some joint reviews, then let us know. Hit us up. Leave a comment. and we'll see what we can do. Maybe set up some sort of, I don't know, set up some sort of thing where we get people on. We could do something like that, but anyway, that's it. TNA, it sucks. Guns these days suck. Wrestling these days suck. Pretty much everything sucks, so aye, no point talking about it anyway. Until next time, guys. Peace.